see Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers taking on Ryan Tannehill and the Tennessee Titans.
This is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Tennessee Titans and the Green Bay Packers. Here's Randy Bullock now to put toe to leather, and off we go from Lambeau. Amari Rodgers to return it from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Green Bay's offense trots out, and just as it has been since week 1 of the 2008 season, Aaron Rodgers leads the way now in his 18th year in the National Football League.
I remember watching him in college and seeing a guy that you knew had great potential, but I don't know that anyone knew that we would see how he would blossom as an NFL player who will go down as one of the all-time great quarterbacks. Can make every throw from every angle with terrific mobility, and he knows how to win games, always in contention for a championship.
First play and a first throw for Rodgers. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Throwing again on second down. Rodgers. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a second consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Options galore here, second and a few inches. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. Room here to run. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big run there by Jones. 45 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 41 Mike, right here. 41 Mike. Here we go.
Dillon will score. Exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it was A.J. Dillon who capped it off with a touchdown run.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here come the Titans for their first possession on offense, and leading them out in his 4th season with the team, 10th overall in the NFL, Ryan Tannehill.
And one of the things that has really impressed me about Ryan Tannehill has been his perseverance. Early in his career, didn't have the success that he desired. Had some injuries that slowed his development, but he kept working at his craft, and now he's a guy that I think you can put a game on his shoulders.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
It's Kingsley Enagbare finding a way in to bring him down. Well, if they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
The job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. To throw is Tannehill.
This will go to Henry out wide.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And let's see, the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on 3rd.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Tannehill. And finding the tight end Hooper. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Second down at 4.
Tannehill now to throw.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. To the air again, Tannehill. And he'll just get rid of it.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on third down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
On fourth down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Skirts by at the 15. And he's got room.
93 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. They'll go again to Jones. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And this is caught by Watkins.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Four receivers in the formation here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He'll find Lazard here over the middle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans 16. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but maybe circle this play, because if they get the stop and hold them to a field goal here, that's a pretty good job. They're already down on the scoreboard.
A stop now would be vital for them, because it could save them from having to do it multiple times later in the game in order to either get back into it or maybe have a chance to win.
The kick by Crosby is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy by the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10.
From the gun, here's Tannehill.
That's caught. Nick Westbrook-Akine with it.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
They run with a big man in his 7th season. It's Derrick Henry.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the 50, it's Tannehill. That's caught over the middle. Hooper. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 37. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Tannehill.
Open man, Westbrook-Akine.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Tannehill. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 19. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
2nd and 5 now. Tannehill eluding the pressure right. That is caught at the 7-yard line.
And the Titans are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Out of the gun, Tannehill. It's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown run.
And the Titans are back with a score.
And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter, out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with a Tennessee score. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it.
Now the Packers get set to go. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw taken in by Watkins here.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield. And there's a completion to the tight end, and look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football, and that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
second down, another shot for Jones.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
118 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Rodgers.
Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. On play action, now Rodgers. Able to find Lazard. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Throwing now is Rodgers.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal.
They'll look to run with Dillon. A.J. Dillon with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And they are able to add on to their advantage. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point try now for Crosby. It's good to make it 17-7. A 10-play drive that time.
And it was A.J. Dillon who capped it off with a touchdown run.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Here comes Ryan Tannehill now, leading his offense back out there. Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watch the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, 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 finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, ball never hits the ground there either.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Tannehill. And he's got his man on the out route. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill.
Now this one hauled in. Again, it's Hooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over.
They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Being chased, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and it'll be Titan football.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
Oh, I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
And still in the first half here, a long way to go. Tannehill's throw hauled in by Westbrook-Ikhine here. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Tannehill. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
A loss of 3 on a sack made by multiple defenders.
If we go back to the last series, remember, their coverage allowed them to get a turnover in the last drive, a takeaway, and that helps contribute to a sack on this one. I think maybe this quarterback's a little bit hesitant. Last time he turned it over, now he sees his zone coverage a little bit slow to get rid of the football.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Back to throw, Tannehill. And he wisely will throw that one away. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Tannehill.
And that's complete to Westbrook-Ikhine.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Needed 13, they got 14 on third down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
Now a first down throw. Tannehill steps away. And Tannehill's got the first as he slides to a halt. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Tannehill.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
On second down, here's Henry. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to third and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Now Tannehill on third and goal. The quick slant caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Great job here by this defense. They try to bring the receiver from one side of the field to the other, hoping he'll get lost in the wash. But a really nice job there to make a good tackle and force 4th and goal.
They'll run. It's Henry. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Derrick Henry taking it from 2 yards out. And the Titans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Well, I think Josh Norman can sympathize. He knows a little something about a run like this from Derrick Henry. I mean, that stiff arm might be the best in the business.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. And we'll see that Josh Norman play forever and ever, won't we? Because at Derrick Henry's size, 6'3", nearly 250, you know he's not shying away from contact. And here he just kept the defender at arm's length as he barreled his way into the end zone. I mean, just put that arm into the chest, and there he goes.
Now Bullock to add the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Here's Pat O'Donnell on now to punt it away. Taking it about the 16. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Tannehill. And this one is incomplete.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Let's go.
On 1st down, Tannehill. Going to throw right side here, complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Again, Tannehill. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to get the football back at their own 17. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Jones. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
An inside give to Jones. And this will be a Packers 1st down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Two 1st downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. He finds his man complete. It's Watkins.
And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have 1st half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth 1st half that we've seen. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Rodgers now to throw. And one more time, that's Watkins. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw is Rodgers. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Rodgers to throw once more. He'll get this to Lazard. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Rodgers teaming up with Lazard there for a Packer first down.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
Now Jones. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
One back in the game. That's Jones. 2nd and goal. Now it's Rodgers. 1-yard touchdown pass.
And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Now Crosby for the point after. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the result, a Green Bay score. After the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw pulled in by Woods.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Tannehill now to throw.
This will go to Henry out wide. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. Flushed out right. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to fourth down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on a flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with Rodgers behind center, you wonder if they'll take one shot at this. Jones running on first down, but finding it pretty tough going as he'll get forward for only about 3 there before he's taken down. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Back and forth, we win in that first half. This has certainly been an entertaining one to watch thus far. So let's get right back out to it as we'll rejoin our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Now he'll escape to his right. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
To throw again on second down, Tannehill. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Running left, it's Henry. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Tannehill. And finding the tight end, Hooper.
Let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Steps away to his left, and he wisely will throw that one away.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Rodgers now on 1st down. Open man left side, it's the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On 1st down, Rodgers. Right side to Watson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the 1st.
At this point, this offense feels like they could just roll out anything, and it would work. They are certainly in no hurry for this one to end, not when they can rack up some stats and continue to add to their lead.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
They called the corner blitz, and Roger McCreary, he got in there and earned the sack.
And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. On play action, Rodgers.
Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 42. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Throwing is Rodgers. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Rolling to his right.
That's taken in by Watson. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is because you got to get his attention because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Working from the gun, Rodgers.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. This from 54 yards away. And he's gonna miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and the lead will hold at 10. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
The last series form a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the 1st half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big 2nd half.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Tannehill. Shakes off the sack. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to have to put a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now Tannehill. He's got Hooper on the short connection. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Tannehill. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Dean Lowry drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Whenever I see an in route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. And this is caught by Watkins. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 160 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. We're not getting it.
Up the middle, Jones. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. And we'll see what he can do on the return.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 15. On play action, they'll throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Inside handoff, Henry. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They're going to look to throw.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still 3rd down.
Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. He'll drop to throw.
That's Hooper on the receiving end yet again. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Tannehill. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. Third quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Back to throw, Tannehill. And right side, Henry's got it. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead 3rd quarter.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers.
He'll complete this one to Watson.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. Robert Tonyan, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
The Packers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Rodgers.
This one complete to Tonyan underneath.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Titans set and ready to go on offense. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now it's Tannehill.
That's complete to Westbrook-Ikhine.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Tannehill.
Open man, Westbrook-Ikhine. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Here's Tannehill. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Kenny Clark able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans.
Now back to throw. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Okay, so thought they might go for it here, down late. Instead, they trot out the field goal unit from the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short.
Green Bay's offense ready to go again. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they enjoy this 4th quarter lead, starting out 1st and 10 now following the missed field goal.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. Let's go, defense. Let's get
Now Rodgers. He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 31. Rodgers going to throw.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, 4-1's Mike. 4-1's Mike.
Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Forced out to his left. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Titans are right back in this football game. 2-score lead here in the 4th.
I wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
After review of the play, rulings on the field stand.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Now left side on the swing pass, and he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Dancing to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line.
It's Preston Smith. He gets the sack there.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Tannehill now to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here,
They can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Great move, but still wrangled before reaching the 20. Brought down on the play by Amani Hooker.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Got Dobbs over the middle. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Jones will take this one in for a Packer touchdown. This one now, Charles, you'd have to think all but over.
I would agree with that because this offensive line, they've been physical from the first snap of the game, and it's taken a toll on this defense. And it was never more evident than on that play right there. They continue to move the line of scrimmage forward, and they open up enough space there to get their guy into the end zone.
They're going to run for it with Jones. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Out come the Titans now. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so. But maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. He'll look to throw. Pass complete on the crossing route. This is Hooper. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit the receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they could do their damage a different way, break a few tackles and really scatter some people, can't they?
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Tannehill going to throw on 3rd and 1. This one hauled in. Again, it's Hooper. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
Oftentimes we think of those tough yards as grinding yards that a running back has to pick up. How about the tight end there picking up the first down in that situation?
That's what he's there for, right?
Big fella, get it to him, let him fight off some people and pick up the necessary yardage.
Tannehill able to find Henry out of the backfield. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Tannehill running the slant. That's Robert Woods. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 39. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play. Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Tannehill. And finding the tight end Hooper. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. Off the option, here's Henry. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about his desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They snap it to Tannehill. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll look to throw. And it's a Titans touchdown. Nick Westbrook-Akine. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Titans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Bullet good on the extra point, and they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Now Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And he's got some space here. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And we'll see if the defense wants to stop it as they take the knee. Second and goal from the 6 this time. A give to Jones. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote. Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf. And today, that mission was accomplished.
Look, every offseason, every preseason, the head coach goes in front of the team and says, the mission for the season, defend our home field every time, split on the road, and we'll be in the playoffs. That's why defending the home field is vital.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.